Hi, I'm Kashushu. I'm a digital artist and I have been an artist all my life. I started out by drawing with sticks in the sand when I was a child, and that evolved into comics in my primary school and just recreating all those characters I used to see, like Barbie, Cinderella, such things. And then in high school, I started doing some comic stories, some series that some of my friends would actually look forward to. Every week I'd do like an episode. So that has been my journey, and in my S4 I still was doing art. I think I was one of the best artists in my class. And that year after I did my UCE results, my results did not come back, unfortunately, because they had suspected me of cheating. When we did some investigation, they said, oh, they thought a teacher had drawn for me, blah, blah, blah. So that became the reason why I did not pursue art in my A-level, because I could not be given art without results. So that's how I began my journey into the business world. I did math, economics, and entrepreneurship at my A-level, which paved the path for Bachelor of Commerce in campus. So I did Bachelor of Commerce in MOOC. And unfortunately, I had to drop out because I did not see a future there. I've always wanted to be an artist, I've always wanted to be a creative, and I felt like my personality was connected to my art. I am art that lives and breathes. So how could I live and breathe if I didn't have art? So I decided to take my life in my own hands, and I became the architect of my life. I dropped out, then I joined art field to do graphic design, and that is what paved the path for digital art. I remember doing a course, a short course in graphic design. There was illustration, and that is what unlocked my love for using contrasting colors, because that is what illustration is about. It's about using a pop of color, it's about contrast, it's about capturing somebody's eye. And with a mixture of my knowledge of fine art, painting, and my oil paint and pastels from my study of art and my practice of art prior to digital art, I combined those to now have the style I have. So I started out as a traditional artist with oil paint on canvas, oil paint and acrylic paint on canvas, and oil pastels on acrylic paint on canvas. So because I used these mediums at first, it was slower to work for me, and I don't know if I have ADHD. I have been told that I have ADHD through TikTok. The doctors of TikTok have told me I have ADHD. So I like working really, really fast. And when I got introduced to graphic design, it was actually just a way for me to have a side hustle, basically earn from being a creative so that I can pursue my art, so that I can support my art. But then I realized that I could use the tools of graphic design to create digital art, which was a very mind-blowing moment for me, because I can recreate acrylic brushes, oil brushes, and even a canvas texture digitally. And it makes my work process shorter. So that is one of the things that makes me resonate towards digital art. Being able to explore various mediums without actually having to wait for the oil paint to dry, or let's say smudge my oil pastels. There's the undo button, so it kind of makes me explore having so much detail in my work without having a very long timeline for creating it. So that's what draws me to digital art. And currently I've been exploring various ways of showcasing digital art. That's how I've gotten into now using traditional materials. The last material I used was showcasing my work on an iron sheet. It was really, it was one of a material that I never thought I'd ever explore, but after exploring it, I realized that the limits to exhibiting digital art are endless, because every material can be printed on, which is a way that you showcase work. So that is now what I am exploring, of kind of finding that middle point of showcasing digital art, not as traditional art, which is usually what I used to do. I print on paper or canvas and frame it, and it looks like traditional art. But now I have to ask myself the question of how else can I showcase this work? So Njabala Foundation to me as an artist means having a community where you can share your work and explore and grow as an artist. Most times, okay, I'll speak for myself, most times I really do work in solitude, which means that I do not have that critique on my work. I do not have outside inspiration in my work, and I don't have anyone to mentor me, to tell me that, yeah, this is great, you could do this, you could change that. So being part of the Njabala community has helped me has helped me look at my work from a different lane, from a lane of how can I improve this. And one of the ways that I'm improving my work is actually through subtraction, and which was a very interesting thing for me to explore, because my work to me was all about how many things can I put on this canvas to make it pop. But now it's more like, what can I remove and just add to a central point, to a focus point, and focus all the detail that I would have just dispersed all over the canvas on one focal point. So previously in my work, I always try to create 3 focal points, but then with this work, I have created 1 focal point, which is definitely a different way of seeing my work, and it also challenges me as well. But to me, if I'm being challenged, then I'm growing. So yeah, that's what Njabala has done for my work, and I really do appreciate that. Obulo Bwaffe Festival is about celebration, and my thought on that is celebrating women taking their power back. Obulo Bwaffe comes from that folk song. So I remember when we first thought about this theme, it resonated with me so much, because as a woman that is in a stage of her life where she's taking her power back, and a woman, I'm a firstborn daughter, so much of my power had been taken, so much of my life has been about other people, pleasing other people, and also having an image that's painted by other people, not by myself. So Obulo Bwaffe means taking my power back, taking our power back as women, and celebrating that through the work that we're showcasing, through the theme that we're exploring, and also trying to help other women as well take their power back, and also trying to inform of the other women that maybe don't know that you can take your power back, but you can. So hopefully through this festival, through the work that we're showcasing, through the performances, through all the activities, it will be a way to inform people that we're taking our power back, we're celebrating this, and I think that's exactly why it's a festival this year as compared to it just being an exhibition. I think anyone that loves art, that's enthusiastic about art, that feels connected to art should attend this festival, because one, there's various artists participating, I'm honestly so honored to even be exhibiting alongside some of these artists. There's various acts, not just art only, not just visual art, there's poetry, there's dance, there's performance art, and on top of that there'll also be various other events alongside all this that's happening. So there's a lot of knowledge that is being passed around throughout the whole festival. So not only will you be able to view art and experience art and have fun at these performances, but you'll also be at a point where you're also gaining some insight on the art space in Uganda, in Kampala, throughout the whole festival. There will be some speakers, there will be some workshops, so the whole collective festival is something that I would not miss, and I'm not just saying that because I'm exhibiting. If I wasn't, I still would attend this festival and add it to my calendar. So I believe that if you're interested in gaining some insights in the art space of Kampala, as well as experiencing art from some of the most amazing artists in Kampala at the moment, yeah, I think you should definitely make time and come to the Obulo Bwaffe Festival.